Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to take you through something different than what I usually do. If you have been to my channel and you have seen the videos on this particular channel, you would have realized by now that most of the videos that I make are about multiple choice questions related to NISM and IIBF exams. But in this video, I am going to discuss with you career opportunities as a distributor of portfolio management services. Portfolio management services have seen a phenomenal growth in India over a period of last 7 to 8 years. Um, Whenever we think about portfolio management services, we are also reminded of mutual fund. And those of you who follow mutual fund industry, you would know by now that mutual fund is an extremely distributor driven business. However, PMS is not like that. And that's the reason I thought of discussing this in one of the videos. And I have prepared this video to help you get this entire concept. So what is it that I'm going to discuss in this video? So I will start with what is PMS, Portfolio Management Services? What is the role of a distributor? How to become a distributor? And what are the key skills required to be a distributor? Last but not the least, I'm sure many of you would also be interested in knowing how does a distributor make money? And that's something that I will discuss also at the end of the video. So when we talk about portfolio management services, let me draw a parallel with mutual fund to explain you this entire concept of PMS. When you buy a mutual fund, or rather when you buy a scheme of a mutual fund, you basically buy a product, right? What do I mean by the product? So suppose there is a mutual fund which is offering, say, a large cap fund. So when you put your money in the large cap fund, mutual fund will invest your money and other investors' money as per the predetermined objective that it has for that particular fund, and there's no customization which is offered. Okay, which means the fund is same for all category of investors. Whether you invest 1000 rupees or 10 lakh rupees, the fund will be managed as per its predetermined objective, predefined objective, and the index that it follows, right? So it's more like a product. But in case of PMS, PMS is customized solution, which means PMS is created or PMS services are available looking at the needs of the investor. So it is very customized solution. That's a key difference that you have between PMS and mutual fund. Obviously, there are multiple other differences, but as far as its legal structure is concerned, PMS is a body corporate, which means it has to be incorporated or it has to be created like a body corporate. Say, for example, it can be a company. So, a PMS can, as a body corporate, can be company. You can form a company structure and start a PMS. What is PMS doing? It has a contract or arrangement with the client in which it can advise, direct, or undertake on behalf of the client the management or administration of portfolio of securities or client's fund. So essentially, as far as mutual fund and PMS are concerned, they are managing funds. That's something which brings similarity between them. Obviously, we should not forget the fact that a mutual fund investment can be started with an amount as small as 1000 rupees. Okay. And you can do a SIP. Here in case of PMS, you have to have an investable surplus of 50 lakh rupees, and that's a big amount, right? So 50 lakh is something, if you have with you as an investable surplus, then you are definitely not an ordinary investor. You are an investor who has got a lot of money, and you are definitely a wealthy investor, right? So that's the starting point of this video and the discussion. Let me quickly take you to how has the PMS business been doing. So as per a report in Economic Times, and I have shared it here, the industry has been growing at a rate of 20 to 25% over the period of last 3 to 5 years. It has got, and as per this report, in the month of June 2023, there were around 2.8 lakh investors. Okay, and this client base has grown 10% from the last year as per this particular report. And if you see that average ticket size of PMS client is around 10 crores. Now that's a huge amount, right? Because while the minimum amount required is 50 lakhs, if you see the nature of it, it becomes around 10 crores, right? That's what you need to know as a distributor also. Of course, there's a mean value, and mean always does not reflect the truth, right? In the sense that an average is an average, and it hides more than what it discloses, right? But more of it in some other video. Let me now quickly move on to the next part. But I would like to emphasize again here that when you think of becoming a PMS distributor, please remember that the clients with whom you will be engaging, they are going to be all rich clients having good knowledge, understanding, and they know the industry, they know the market, they know the geopolitical factor. So you should also be kind of prepared for that, right? That is one of the reason that portfolio management distributors are also institutional entities in many cases, right? The third point that I want to discuss with you is the role of distributor. So, PMS requires distributors to distribute their services. The option to be a distributor is available, okay? Uh, but there is a difference with compared to mutual fund. Mutual fund is predominantly a distributor driven industry, while PMS is not like that. In PMS business, the clients are acquired by many times by the people who launch the fund themselves, right? Because there's a good amount of money involved that needs to be managed, and not everybody will be inclined to give that money unless there's a trust and the confidence that money will be managed in a very, very organized way, right? So it becomes very challenging, okay, to be a distributor of PMS, because you really will have challenges in finding out who is your target client, and that's the reason not many people individually have been or rather have taken up this particular assignment of being the distributor. Of course, distributor base is growing up, uh, um, and going forward as the industry grows, and you have more and more people joining that requirement of 50 lakhs of investable surplus, the opportunity as a distributor will definitely arise. Let us move ahead and talk about what is happening on the regulatory front as far as distribution business is concerned. SEBI is going to make a registration of PMS distributor compulsory from 1st January 2025, which means so far a PMS distributor could have been an unregistered entity and could have distributed PMS. It's not going to be now the case starting 1st January, and SEBI has told that PMS distributor needs to be registered with APME. Now APME is like AMFI. Okay, so what AMFI is to mutual fund, APME is to portfolio management business. The next part is that if you want to become a distributor of alternative investment fund, you need to go to APME's website, and you need to do the registration, okay, as a distributor. Now, to be registered, there are certain prerequisites, but this is the only place where you can get yourself registered. And there is a process which has been defined. Once you click here, a page will open where you will have to fulfill a certain requirements, and then fulfill or rather fill the details, and then submit for registration, right? Now let me take you through what do you need to be a distributor. You need to pass the NISM 11A exam, which is conducted by National Institute of Securities Market. You have to register with APME, and you have to pay a fee of 500 rupees as an individual distributor. Okay, so depending upon what kind of a distributor you are, there is a fee structure. You can see that on APME's website. Non individuals or institutional investors have to pay a higher amount. There's a code of conduct that needs to be followed, which is very obvious in every business, and also in PMS distribution business. Now, what are the key skills required that you have? So you have to be very well networked. You need to know those who have surplus money. Targeting a prospective mutual fund investor is very easy, but targeting a PMS investor is not that easy. It's going to be difficult. You must have very good knowledge of market, how the market functions, the products, the offerings that market has. You need certain soft skills also, which is communication and convincing skills. You need to get the buy-in from your customers, okay, and you need to follow very high ethical standards. That goes without saying, right? Because if you do not follow high ethical standards, you are going to get exposed sooner than later, right? Then there is a fee structure that you have. You may have a fixed payment structure or a variable payment structure, some cases semi-variable also. So the fees which are paid as are a percentage of the business, or it basically differs from entity to entity. So I will not be kind of specifying any percentage here. You can check on website, but it could be around 1%, less than a percent, 1.5%, in that particular range. You will see the fees which is paid, right? The fee that you receive is a good amount in terms of absolute numbers, because the money or the fund under consideration or management is going to be big. You need 5,000 mutual fund investors with 1,000 rupees each to get or reach 50 lakhs, while you need just one PMS investor to reach 50 lakhs. And if you get a fee on 50 lakhs, even if it is a percent, it is going to be a big amount, that you understand. But at the same time, do not forget the fact that it requires a lot of effort to even win the trust of one client. That is very important here, right? So I hope this particular video gave you some sense of what it means to be a PMS distributor and what could be the career opportunity. Of course, the more the client you have, the merrier it is, because you will continue to earn money, okay, and you will continue to get connected to some of the good investors who have the capability, money, and as I said, you need to have those skills to win their trust and ask them to get convinced to invest in a particular PMS. Thank you so much for your valuable time. We'll meet again sometime soon in some other video.